Let's talk about breathing less. If you want to start the journey of stopping to overbreathe, like you said, it's going to be a little uncomfortable at first. But just how when you're overeating, that's uncomfortable at first. But this one's a little more primal. But what would be some of those exercises just to start practicing underbreathing?
Oh yeah, so I started talking about it, but then I totally skipped over it, which is
But it was good though. It
laughing.
was great to hear your practice.
It
I like that.
it's what is your relationship to that feeling? So that's what's really important. What is my relationship to this needing to breathe? If I feel that like I need to breathe and I feel very panicky, hold on, sorry, I need to plug my computer in. It was unplugged there. There we go. So if I feel that need to breathe and I feel that is like I'm in trouble, then I'm going to think it's going to increase my sympathetic nervous system. I'm going to get that fight or flight response, which then is going to trigger my heart rate to go up, and it's just going to make everything really worse. But what I do is when I feel that breath hunger, one tool that's really helpful is to practice holding your breath with an SpO2 monitor. I could put it on my finger. I could look down at my finger and go, oh, really feel the need to breathe, but it's still saying that I'm 99% oxygen. So I know that's just my CO2 levels being high, that I'm not in any kind of danger. And so I think this idea of feeling safe. So as I keep holding my breath and I'm feeling really strong, I look and I'm like, I'm safe. It's only at 98% now. And so then like, I kind of, as a general rule of thumb, I'll breathe at 70%. So I'll try to get it down to 70%, which is still, if you're just holding your breath, it's well in range. Some people might say a little bit higher. I've done a lot of research to see like what's safe or how low you could get your CO2. And I've had a really hard time finding anything that is conclusive, or so I don't really know what the safe number is. It's kind of more of like a general, you don't want to go below 70%, but I've had it all the way down to 40% before.
Okay.
And
So if I have a
which
monitor like
is
that, I can just try to like breathe normally, but breathe less frequently. And on that exhale, just sit there and just kind of chill. And when I want to take that breath, just look at my monitor, or remind myself that I don't need to breathe right now. I'm just used to breathing right now, just like I used to snacking every minute, and just don't. And practice, build up that tolerance.
yeah, exactly.
And
And you'll be really surprised about how quickly that happens. So in the beginning, you'll see the SpO2 go down, and then I think when I'm working with people, the average, like some people just have a really hard time breathing it or holding their breath for a long time, and that's okay. So I don't think it should ever be a competition or I need to hold my breath for this long. Just breathing less than normal is always going to be beneficial for you. Uh, I'm a competitive person. You're a competitive person. So I really like to see what the body is capable. How far can I push myself? How long? And so how long can I hold my breath? And it becomes like a challenge that I really enjoy facing every day. Yeah. So as it goes down, you'll start to notice these changes, and then you'll start to notice how much longer you can hold your breath. And if you work kind of practices, like I said, I teach breath sequencing. So the way I teach doing breath work is kind of working through, you do a warm up first. And it depends on what you're using the breath for, So if in this case, since we're talking about athletic performance, I'm going to do some sort of warm up where my breaths are a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, a little fuller. I'm probably going to do some lung expansion holds so that I'm starting to stretch out. Just like if you're going for a run, you kind of want to warm up a little bit just a little so that your muscles feel good and you don't get cramped. Or if you're working out or lifting weights, you want to warm up. So to prevent injury, and your body just performs better when it's warm. So I'll go through a warm up phase, and then I move into what I call like the heat building phase, which this is really targeting more towards the sympathetic nervous system. Because what I want to do is create balance into my nervous system, which has to do with sympathetic and parasympathetic. So I want to work through both of them. So I'll do some sort of rapid breathing practice. In yoga, there's several different ones. Most of them all involve breathing through the nose, but different ways that you could breathe through the nose, different ways that you could use the diaphragm. And so I'll do maybe a few minutes of that, maybe 6 to 10 minutes of some sort of rapid breathing. And the thing with rapid breathing, even though I'm in that heat building part, if I, let's say, do like Bastrika, which is forced inhale, forced exhalation through the nose, kind of like full breaths as fast as you can. It's very hard breath. It's an easy breath to do, but it's very hard to maintain.
The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.